Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Speaker, I rise today in strong opposition to this unserious bill that cuts life-saving and life-sustaining programs, hurts our economy, and guts historic action on climate change, and needlessly adds to our deficit by carving out loopholes for the wealthy. The Republican cut, slash, and shrink Default on America bill will devastate America. First, it gets the landmark Inflation Reduction Act, which is not only addressing inflation, but is the largest ever effort in our nation's history to combat climate change and lower the cost of prescription drugs. Second, it grows the already large tax gap and irresponsibly adds to the deficit. The bill, seemingly with bad intention, guts tools at the IRS to be both more responsive to responsible taxpayers and stronger in the face of wealthy tax cheats. Finally, this bill would make extreme cuts to discretionary spending, cuts that could amount to as much as 59% by the year 2025. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I ask that I include for the record this report from the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, roundup and analyzing Speaker McCarthy's harmful debt ceiling and cuts bill.
Without objection. Gentleman from Missouri.
Yes, sir.
Reserves his time.
So is inflation really declining? A new data is being released from the federal government. Several economists and lawmakers insist that inflation is still negatively affecting millions of Americans financially. With the looming recession, the chances of federal stimulus checks continues to grow. But this time around, eligibility requirements may be different. My friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, I will be announcing more winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter the giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. My dearest friends, the more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. According to recent data from AAA, the average regular gas price in the United States is $3.65 per gallon. It is cheaper than some of the prices we saw in 2022 and slightly below last Monday's average price of $3.67 per gallon. After falling for much of the second half of 2022, prices this year have overall ticked up incrementally. According to data from the U.S. Energy Information Administration, compared with peak gas prices, the current average represents a 27% decline since June 2022, when the average was $5 per gallon. So when you look further back and compare current costs with prices at the same time last year, around late April, a gallon of gas is about 45 cents cheaper than it was then. Spot shortages can drive up gas prices locally because of refinery or pipeline shutdowns, blending issues, or even price gouging. But big nationwide swings in the price of gasoline are almost always due to the price of crude oil. The cost of raw crude oil typically represents more than half of the cost of a gallon of gasoline. Data showed that refining, distribution, and taxes account for the remainder. The price of benchmark West Texas Intermediate crude oil has fallen from more than $115 a barrel in summer 2022 to about $78 today. That's roughly a 32% decline. Over time, the price of crude oil and the price of gasoline move with supply and demand. Many factors affect both. Recession, crisis, and higher prices tend to tamp down demand. But according to experts, gas prices at the pump rarely reflect the day's market conditions. Instead, they represent costs incurred in weeks, even months before. That lag makes prices slower to rise and slower to fall than news headlines might suggest. Drivers in the states of California, Arizona, Washington, Nevada, and Hawaii are seeing the highest average gas prices per gallon. Ultimately, the price of gas is determined by a complex set of factors that are at work long before the gas arrives at your local gas station. So, dear friends, how much is 1 gallon of gas in your city or state? The stimulus checks sent out during the crisis were very popular. Nearly 4 in 5 voters were in support of the direct payments to American families. And Democrats and Republicans alike rallied behind the policies, an increasingly rare sight in Washington, D.C. But still, the checks were not without controversy. Among the criticism was that there were many 2 rounds of the payments and that they should have been better targeted to financially struggling Americans. Nevertheless, the popularity of the payments and findings that they reduced poverty and promoted spending means they're likely to become a tool pulled out by the government in the next recession, which may be coming soon. In economic downturns, the U.S. government has a number of levers it can pull to keep families spending and shielded from the most dire situations. Continued spending is key because if people's buying power slows or dries up, companies respond to lowering profits by laying off even more workers, which only deepens and prolongs the hard and difficult times. Relief strategies include enhancing unemployment benefits, boosting food stamps, temporarily slashing taxes, and sending out additional stimulus checks. The U.S. government deployed stimulus checks in the 2001 and 2008 recessions, but the crisis prompted payments on an unprecedented scale. There were 3 rounds of the checks. Those who were eligible received up to $1,200 in April 2020, up to $600 in December 2020, and up to $1,400 in March 2021. The payments also stimulated the economy in a short amount of time, which can help greatly during a recession. So in the end, stimulus checks made the crisis-era recession less severe. The first 2 payments alone were found to lift more than 11.7 million Americans out of poverty, including more than 2 million seniors and 3 million children. So my dear friends, do you think that the government should send out at least 1 more round of stimulus checks? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Well, my beautiful and most awesome friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Thank you, dear friends, for being part of this community and for joining me here every single day. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing more winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, my friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you, friends, and have a wonderful and very blessed Sunday.